The defamation case between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard continues. Today, lawyers brought up a psychologist hired by Depp, as well as the former couple's house manager. Joining me now to talk about this case is legal analyst Carlos Lastra, joining us again. Oh my, so much has changed over the last 10 days. It's hard to keep up with it all, but I just want to start off with Johnny Depp because they made the bold move to put him on the stand early. So 10 days into this, Carlos, what does that mean? How does he look? Was that a good decision?
Well, look, it was very dramatic today, the testimony that we heard, and it had to be following 4 days of Johnny Depp's testimony in the stand. And putting him on the stand was certainly a bold move. But now everything that they do on Johnny Depp's side of the case, every single witness, every single audio tape, every single statement, everything, every piece of paper has to match perfectly into what Johnny Depp has been telling us over the last 4 days.
Yeah, and so
now if he can do that, they're going to make substantial progress in moving their case forward.
Yeah, so you talk about the witnesses and how corroboration is going to be key here. So when we talk about the psychologist who was put on the stand, how important was her testimony today?
It was huge. Now, in my humble opinion, as a former criminal defense attorney, she was only second to the police officer, but let's focus on the forensic psychologist. She was able to tell us after interviewing Amber Heard for 12 hours, after reviewing statements of one of her friends that indicated that she was slapped by Amber Heard for no reason at all out of the blue, and as well as being able to review statements that were notes from Amber Heard's own therapist, that after reviewing all that evidence, that she was able to conclude as an expert within a reasonable degree of professional certainty in her area of expertise that Amber Heard suffered from borderline personality disorder as well as histrionic personality disorder. And that was enormous because those particular symptoms that she testified to, those disorders, include huge mood swings, include impulse control, and the inability to be able to disengage from verbal arguments, which we heard Johnny Depp tell us about, without having them escalate into domestic violence. And that was incredibly powerful testimony.
Yeah, and in addition to that, we heard from the house manager who witnessed them fighting without them knowing that she was actually there. And then also this officer, and you say that was key too.
Oh, that was enormous. I mean, think about this. We have a police officer, Los Angeles police officer. She testified that she was trained in the police academy to detect domestic violence. She's the first witness in this entire trial that has no ties, zero ties to either party. She's not on anyone's payroll. And what does she testify to? She came out to the couple's penthouse apartment in 2016 in response to a domestic call. And what did she tell us? She told us that, number one, she witnessed no crime. And I remember, as a police officer, if she witnesses a crime, she has to make an arrest or charge someone. Number two, she said that she witnessed no injuries on Amber Heard. Enormously powerful testimony. Why? She saw it herself. No injuries whatsoever. Number three, no evidence of domestic violence at all. In other words, no broken glass, no broken lamps, no torn clothing, holes in the walls, no property damage that would indicate that there had been any domestic violence. That's enormous coming from this police officer. And as a former criminal defense attorney, that's going to carry huge weight with this jury.
Well, we know, Carlos, there's going to be a lot more witnesses, and we still haven't heard from Amber Heard herself, and court convenes or reconvenes tomorrow at 10 in the morning, so the story will continue, and we'll check back in with you to see how it progresses. Thanks so much for joining us late tonight.
Thank you very much for having me.